Ladies and gentlemen, we're 5 minutes early. We didn't think it could happen, but it has. Welcome everybody to what is becoming a monthly thing now. We love doing these live builds, and today we've got something very special for you. This is the i7 14700K, almost dropped out of the box. That would have made the video more interesting, wouldn't it? Yes, let's try not to drop things today. It's not the sort of thing I would normally do, so. Yeah, and we're going to be putting together a full gaming PC build. I mean, hello to everyone in the chat. Hello to everyone that's early. Let us know. We've got Carl at the helm once again doing all of the comments. Hello, Carl.
Hello, everybody. I'm here as well. Hopefully things go a little bit smoother this time.
Then what?
Then
you can't say that every single video. We've got new people watching this that have no idea who I or you are. And they're thinking, oh no, is this?
But then they're going to be like, oh, what happened last time? Maybe I should go check what happened last time.
That is true. That is true. But we've got quite a few exciting things today, and I want you to get involved. If you're watching this live, there's a poll card in the top right corner of your screen, and we're going to choose between two different coolers. We've got the Assassin 4. This is an air cooler. And we've also got the Poseidon GT360. This comes in at around about £90, but it's actually a triple 120s for, well, 360 rad. Both should be sufficient to cool what is going to be a very toasty chip. I mean, we'll talk about the launch throughout this video. And to everyone watching the archive, hello to everyone watching the archive. Just let this roll and enjoy what should be a very seamless experience with no mistakes whatsoever. I will
famous last words.
I will get started. We will also be doing a poll a little bit later in this video as well, because whether we're going to go for AMD or Nvidia is entirely up to you. We've got two cards that cost similar money. The Nvidia is a little bit more. The 7800 XT from PowerColor, 16 gigabytes of VRAM on this one, and then the 4070, which will have better ray tracing, but this has less VRAM, it's only 12 gigabytes, and in some titles the performance will be reduced as well, despite it costing more money. But yeah, we'll talk about those later. Hello to everyone in the chat. Carl, walk us through who we got.
We've got a few people in here today. We've got the Daddy is back. I remember Daddy from last time. We've got Ryzen Dave.
Ryzen Dave.
Ryzen Dave.
Do you think he has a Ryzen CPU?
I'd hope so. Web Mentor, Daniel Mincher, Riley Turner, Ryzen Dave.
Riley is a good name. I will confess I like that name.
It's Lloydie. When did the 14th gen come out? This week.
This week. We're hot on it. Intel have sent the 3 chips out, which is pretty convenient. And ASUS have just provided us with this. And I'm going to start by saying this is not a motherboard I'll be recommending to most people very often, because it is a ridiculously high-end board, but I wanted to show it off because it is quite something. I mean, if we're going by sheer size of ROG logo, this is the best motherboard I think you can buy. I mean, look at that! The irony, of course, being, once you get, your big graphics card, you're not actually going to see it. But hey-ho, there we go. It got you interested, didn't it? But this is how much?
I have no idea.
This is getting on for £1,000, isn't it? It might be less than that, but yeah. I mean, it's not going to be crazy. This is the Dark Hero. I mean, you can quickly look it up, potentially.
Yeah, was it the Dark Hero?
The old, this is the Z790 Dark Hero, and interestingly enough, this is one of the new refresh motherboards that we've seen from the manufacturers, because it's still Z790 actually for 14th gen Intel, so if you have an older board, you can just do a BIOS update and it will work, they'll drop in. But the downside is the fact that the chips aren't fundamentally different. It's a big refresh, and there's only the i7 that we're using here today that has actually seen some significant changes. This now has 4 extra efficiency cores for a total of 12, is that right? Yes, 12 efficiency cores and then 8 performance cores. So this is a very good CPU, it's just not been the most exciting launch in the world. So it depends how cynical you want to be. On one hand, Intel, like, what's the point? Why bother? Why, just not bring out something better? Granted, this is the best one of the bunch. Or you could look at it as, well, to be fair, the old Intel CPUs, despite the fact they use a lot of power, were still quite good. They're the same price as before, slightly more performance. So, yeah, it's not like they're bad. Don't buy them. It's just they're not very exciting. If you've got a 12th or 13th gen, you won't be upgrading unless you've got an i3, maybe an i5. What do you think, Carl?
Yeah, there's not really much to get excited about, is there? It's like a 1 to 5% improvement in a majority of games and
It's all right.
applications.
It's all right. It's fine. There's just a lot of spring action on that one.
Spring action. That's what £700 motherboard gets you.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah.
Oh, so we sold ASUS down the river there with
Yeah.
our £1,000. It's because we've got the
It's a
top end one
bargain
from
at 700.
Yeah, yeah. And we've got the top end one in from Gigabyte that's got this cool screen on it, and that was about £1,000, which is skewing me a little bit. But yeah, there you go. I mean, £700 motherboard is a bargain. Everyone will be buying 2 of those with the money that they've saved. That's a joke, and that's why I say we're not going to be probably using this particular motherboard very often. But we've got loads of features on it, and if you actually add up the price of all the different features, and if they're things you want, or should I say need, then by the time you start adding in like add-in cards and all of these things, then actually it's probably quite nice to have it all in one seamless solution. And if you're serious about overclocking, obviously you'll have fantastic performance and things from this motherboard as well. And it does look cool, and I am very keen to see this bit light up as well. But our chip is installed. Next up, we're going to go over to some RAM. This is some Viper Extreme 5. I've been waiting ages to test this one out, actually, because it does kind of need really an Intel CPU, because you're going to struggle on Ryzen to get speeds that high. I mean, it's worth giving it a go. I know with the most recent board BIOS updates, memory support has definitely got better, but it is known that Intel typically is going to be your best bet if you're on the fastest possible speeds. But as editor Carl knows, it's just as much about latency these days rather than transfer speeds.
Yeah, especially with the Ryzen CPUs, they're a lot more. I think it was the same with the last gen as well.
Sensitive, aren't they?
Yeah, a lot more sensitive to latency.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, I guess it means that you can get more performance out of them. But then why is that not the case with Intel? Why is Intel more resistant to it, do you think?
I'm not entirely sure. I think
It's cool.
there's not really much advantage because obviously if you get still 6,000 megahertz but lower latency, yeah, it probably costs the same as what maybe a 7,000 megahertz kit might cost for, you know, the Intel system. So it's sort of, I guess, apples and oranges.
Yeah, it comes down to what you're doing, because gaming is very sensitive on latency. Like your CPU needs the latency to be as low as possible. Whereas if you're working with like very large data sets or something like video editing, then the extra transfer speed is what is going to help you potentially. And obviously the capacity as well. You need to be able to fit more in memory. But it's something we'll be testing properly at a later date. Just dropping this RAM in now. It's not lining up. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on?
Have you got the, is it open?
Yes, it's open. Yes. I've never struggled with RAM like this before, but that's the wrong way round, right? So let's get this in.
That must be the right way around. The logos are the same way round.
Yeah, so that is in. There you go.
There you go. Give it a push.
Looks quite good, actually, this RAM. Do like it. I mean, RGB memory tends to all look quite similar, but I like that this has got a bit more shape. But if you're using a all-in-one liquid cooler, then obviously you do need to be aware of just how tall it is, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem with this one, despite the fact it sticks out a little bit. How are we doing in the comments? Hello, everybody. Don't forget as well, in the live streams, I'm not suggesting you, well, I suppose I am suggesting you leave a super chat. If you do want to use a super chat, then we split it between me and Carl. So
yeah,
you got £40. Is that right? On your last
very
paycheck?
generous people. Last time I think we got about 80 pounds or something, which was much appreciated in my paycheck.
So yeah, any donations and stuff that done live, editor Carl will get some of that. Some of the comments last time were like, Carl can eat today.
Yeah. Someone was like, here's £5. Carl can get a burger now.
Yeah. Did you?
No, I had fish, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. We've learned a lot about Carl. He likes bassa now. He'd never heard of bassa before, but now it's his favourite thing ever.
Yeah, it was a good fish.
We are using, there's some great jokes coming up in a future video, by the way. The Windows 11 one, you'll see it when it comes out. There's some crackers in there. Unless Editor Carl gets rid of them. I was pleased. I thought they were funny. For SSD, we're using this one. This is actually quite often on sale. It's a good one, actually. It's from Seagate. It's the 530. So this is the Gen 4 drive, very quick. I think you can actually get a Gen 5 SSD in this motherboard. Yeah. You just have to use the add-in card. Is that right? Or have they added support?
It's not go in that top slot.
It's on the top slot, is it?
I think so.
I
don't know where the box has gone.
I've got the box.
You're sat on the box.
Well, usually with Intel boards, they don't support Gen 5, but they do on the graphics slot. So the way you got around that before on the original Hero was you had Gen 5 on an add-in card.
Yeah. Oh, potentially. I think that £1,000 gigabyte one. I know that definitely does.
Okay, so that might have changed with this refresh then potentially, which I suppose would make sense for motherboard refreshes.
Oh no, the top slot is
top slot is Gen 5 on this one. There you go. So that's a difference there.
I think that might have been a Z690 thing.
The weight of this is insane.
Just
but that's good, because the problem is with a lot of Gen 5 drives that they have active cooling, and you're not going to see massive differences in performance outside like synthetic tests at the moment anyway. And yet you'll find, oh, you can't see me. Yet you'll find that the noise levels from this fan will drive you up the wall, so it's completely pointless and you have to pay for it. But this is something we'll be testing in a future video. It's going to take me a bit of time, but we will get there. So Gen 4 for now. As I say, go for 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes really. It's all people need unless you've got a massive game library. Very straightforward. Just grab your SSD, drop this into place. ASUS still haven't learned, by the way, about what a toolless SSD installation looks like, because you still need that screwdriver to actually take this cover off, which is completely pointless in my eyes.
Oh, that Z790 Aorus board, you'll like that one.
Oh, what, because it's toolless?
Yeah. So like, you know, that entire bottom piece with the ROG logo,
yeah,
that's completely toolless on like the Gigabyte board. And it just clicks on with a magnet.
Yeah, I will look forward to using that. Yeah. We're using that in our test bench because you've got all of the numbers for all of these CPUs and things. But we've been busy boys, haven't we?
Yeah, busy.
Busy. So that will be coming a little bit later. But yeah, here's our board look. Show it off one more time. Looking nice and fresh. Let me know what you think of this down in the comment section below. How are we doing in the comments, Carl? Keep me updated.
Yeah.
Who's here? Who wants a shout out? Leave a comment. It's your best bet of if you want to ask any questions. Chat. This is live. This is live.
I've got a question for you here, Marcus. If you want to have a go at it.
No, not really.
Oh.
Yeah, I do.
All right. What's a good 1440p budget GPU and CPU combo?
Oh, put me on the spot there. 1440p. I mean, I assume we're talking sort of high refresh. As always, it depends on the games that you want to play. I would say if you can. It's always good to base it off single player, even if you mainly play multiplayer, because then that gives your card a bit of time to age. Whereas obviously if you're playing specifically Apex Legends, then you won't need such a powerful GPU. I'd say probably look at like a previous gen, like 6700 XT would be a decent bet if you can still pick one of those up in the sale, and maybe pair that with a Ryzen 7600 or a 7700 probably would be my bet. Or of course you can look at a Core i5 like we're not using here today, but 14th gen Core i5 like we could be using here today. We're going to pop this motherboard to one side though. You look like you've got something to say, Carl.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've been given a shout out by Andy Martinez. He said, shout out to Marcus and Carl. Best live stream 2023.
That's what we're going for. I mean, actually, we could use your guys' feedback, because as requested, we've tweaked the colours and have actually put a bit of effort in. Not that we didn't put effort before, but we put active effort into making sure, or at least trying to make all the cameras look better. For technical people out there, we've uploaded a lot to each of the cameras. So feedback, does it look better? Does it look too dim, too dark, shadows too boosted, not enough, colours? Let us know. But we will proceed to the next thing, which is the case. And this is a brand new one, came out on Tuesday. It's from Cougar. It cost about $119, I think. About $125.
£129 or something like that, 119, yeah.
Yeah, about that. This is the MX600, and Cougar have been smashing it recently with some pretty good cases, actually, I must admit. This reminds me of like the LAN Core 2 and 3, doesn't it, where you've got this bottom chamber here for extra ventilation. It's a pretty nifty design as well. I think the two-tone pattern of glass and then this mesh down here is something that's pretty smart, looks quite nice. You got 4 fans included as standard as well. The case is very well built. We tested quite a few cases recently. We used one from MSI and that had a load of features, but I'd say that the actual quality of this definitely feels like a decent step up. You'll get this out of the box and you'll be like, yeah, this is more premium chassis.
Are they 140mm fans as well?
I think they are 140mm fans actually. That one on the back looks like a 120 to me though.
Yeah.
But the ones in the front, yeah, they look a bit bigger, but we'll check that in a second. Side panel, not the absolute most premium in the world, but still thicker than your average, which is nice.
A bit of ventilation down the
Oh
bottom
look,
as well.
you've got some Corsair-esque here with this little cable tidy. We're seeing this a lot now.
I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it does make everything a bit easier, and you've got a fan and RGB hub here as well. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the bum to use addressable RGB. Sometimes they come out, but once you're set up and it's working, you'll be very grateful. It's much better to have this than not. I mean, some of the MSI budget cases have something similar to this. Granted, without the fan hub, they have just the RGB hub for about 50, 60 quid. That's pretty cool. Also love to see they're taking a leaf, look, out of Fantex's book, where we have our screws and things all nicely, neatly organised, which is good. Always love to see that because it just does make organisation that little bit easier. You don't have to fumble around with screws. And I would say it's probably better for the planet as well, as long as you keep this and then you can just stick it in a drawer and then you're good to go. But obviously if you don't and throw it away, it's bad. Sad markers, sad planet. So yeah, I'll continue walking you through this. Carl, is there anything you want to add?
No, not that I can think of off the top of my head, yeah. I was facing the wrong way, to be honest. I was looking at the chat.
No, that's absolutely fine. What's chat saying?
They were just saying about they said it looks a little bit better than last time. Cameras look great.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did ask for feedback. I've already
Yeah.
forgotten.
They said it looks a little bit fuzzy. I think that's just down to the screen.
Yeah, it's
though.
1080p rather than the 4K we usually do, right? So
Yeah.
if Blackmagic bring out a 4K streamer, we will do that because we have the bandwidth, but all of theirs, even their pro ones, are limited to 1080p.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get like some...
I don't even think you can stream to YouTube in 4K though, can
No,
you?
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You've been able to do that for a while. Here we go. Here's our temper. Oh, that's nice, thick glass. Can you still hear me?
Well, you were the microphones.
Yeah, you're on a delay.
Oh yeah, I'll get that in like 20 seconds.
Comedian. Oh look, we've got more stuff. Look here. Ah, and you can put some fans down the bottom. I'm liking this case. I've got to admit, I'm liking this case already. I've heard good things about this. I have seen one review, and they gave it like 8 or 8.5 stars or something like that. So out of 10, not out of 5. It's not that good. Yeah, what are we saying, Carl?
We've got some comments.
Comments.
Lance Nixon Jr., where's the LTT screwdriver?
He never sent me one. I did kind of reach out, and he didn't send one, so screw him. This bit comes off as well. Yeah, that was quick-witted, that was. But you can get some extra fans down the bottom here, look, and these are 120s. Yeah, confirmed. You get 3 140s and then 120 at the back.
That's the super chat wave.
Oh, that's the super chat. Who we got?
Skyodex, what GPU would you recommend with the Ryzen 5 7600 and a £1,100 budget?
Ryzen 5
7600.
Oh, it's not the combination I'd go. If you've got that budget for CPU, if you already bought it, obviously fine. But I would go for at least a 7700 if you're going to spend that sort of money on a graphics card, personally. If you've already done it, you know, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'd probably look to spend $1,000 on the slightly better graphics card, probably a 7900 XTX.
No, the whole build is 1100.
That makes more sense. I was going to say, I was like, that's not necessarily the right way around. 1,000. Well, that's quite difficult to do in your head, if I'm honest.
I think you could probably squeeze a 7800 XT in, £500 GPU, motherboard CPU combination about 300.
Well, yeah, I would. I mean, we've done
400.
a few videos on this before. This is a different plate look if you want to use a vertical GPU mount, but you don't get a riser in the box for this one, so it seems anyway. Yeah, we've done videos on this before where we sort of take you through the steps. The first thing to do is to allocate your money on your graphics card really and go from there, because you have to sort of map out how much everything costs. So I guess yeah, I would probably look for like a 7600 graphics card, maybe. Try that. Price up the rest of your...
In a 1100 build?
Yeah.
No, we did like a £900 PC the other week. And
I was going to say, if you start with that and then price everything else up almost like as low as possible,
yeah,
you can then see if you have spare.
Yeah.
Because Yeah, I mean,
You can get yeah. We had a 6700 XT and a £900 PC the other week.
I'll just be honest. It's quite difficult to answer those sort of mathematical questions whilst trying to do all of this at the same time.
So just live stream whilst doing maths in your head. It's just simple.
Maths was never my forte. Yeah, I guess like a 6700 XT then. Again.
Yeah, and then see how much money you've got if you can stretch to the 7800 XT.
Yeah, but that's a good CPU combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. That was actually the worst answer I've ever given on the live stream. But I was broken. So
broken.
Apologies for that. But yeah, what we're going to do now is drop this down and we're going to insert our motherboard. Yeah, this does look better actually in the camera car, I think. The footage, because you can actually see the motherboard, whereas it's quite often dark, isn't it, on the preview. So we drop this into place, look, just like that, until it not clicks into place, but all of the screw holes line up, and there's this little one that you can't see on the other side of the board that just catches everything. Then we're going to need our screws, which are here. I can't see anymore. I'm going to press this button here. Then you can see me. Hello.
Picture in picture.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed now for giving such a bad answer. The way you looked at me when I said 7600, you're like,
I was like, what?
What are you on about? No, bad.
I was disgusted.
I wasn't wrong. I was just saying if you price it up with that as a placeholder, you can work out how much money you have left over. Whatever you do, don't buy any components without pricing up a full build. That would be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love this cooler, buy the cooler, and then work it out later. That's not a good strategy.
I need this £300 Corsair LED LCD cooler though.
No, you don't. You don't. You definitely don't. Price everything up at the same time. I mean, you could just about get away with buying a graphics card or a CPU, but then, as loads of people do, they buy and I've never understood this. They buy something, maybe because it's on sale, that might make a bit more sense. But they buy something. I don't know why that's not going in. They buy something and then they're like, right, now I'll save up from the rest of my components, and they buy them one by one like that, and that makes 0 sense because by the time you actually buy your final component, you've probably missed out on something because something's now out of date. I know loads of people that this has happened to. They've got a graphics card and then the new series comes out, or new CPUs come out, or things get even cheaper. It doesn't make sense. Like this doesn't make sense. What's going on? Why are these not screwing in? Our standoffs are here. I'm pretty certain.
Is it because the back of the motherboard's so thick?
No, maybe the standoffs aren't there. Maybe I missed that. Odd. Very odd. Oh, the beauties of live.
Take it all out again.
Take it all out. Have a look.
Sounds like the SSUPD video.
That's it. Who said that?
No, that's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said. No, that was exceptional. Yeah, look, all of our standoffs are here. So, don't know what that's all about. We were on the gravy train. Maybe I'm just using the wrong screws. They look like the right screws, though. And everything was all lined up, so don't know what that's all about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're the same. What? Don't know what that's all about. Weird. Carl, help
I've got
me
another
out.
question for you here.
Yeah.
Mohammed Akmal asks, what is your CPU and GPU combo for creators and professional users?
I'd probably go a 7900X. Oh no, I'd probably go 7900, 7950X. You could go for an i9 if you're going to be doing a lot of gaming. Then I'd probably go for an i9. You've obviously got the X3D versions, but I don't actually personally like those as like creator gamer chips because of the provisioning stuff. Yeah. I think the Thread Director just works better with Intel. It's kind of like a lot more plug and play. There's not to say that, they're not, the AMD ones are not bad whatsoever. I just didn't have a fantastic experience with it. So yeah, I'd rather it was a bit more plug and play.
Yeah.
But it all depends on price. I mean, Black Friday's coming up. Look out for good deals on CPUs, because, as I say this regularly as well. It's not necessarily about what's best. It's what's about the best value at the time that you're buying that still gives you the performance that you need. I don't know what on earth is going on here, because these are not lining up. I've never struggled to get screws in before. Madness. Sound like Leo from Kit Guru.
It's mad.
This is madness. It's his favourite phrase.
What about GPU? What GPU would you pair with it?
Let's try that.
7900 XT maybe? 20 gig of VRAM still?
Sorry, I'm thinking about Leo calling me a top geezer. I wasn't paying attention. Yep. What was the question?
What you chose the CPU. What GPU was you going to pair with it?
CPU?
GPU.
What do you mean? For what?
For a creative video editing sort of system.
Sorry, GPU and CPU. Okay.
Yeah.
I would look for VRAM. I was actually thinking about this the other day because in our creator suite in Resolve, I think like 8 and even 10 gig of VRAM is not enough for us anymore.
No,
but then again, we're working
6K
with
stuff.
multiple feeds of. So I'd probably look at least a 4070, but as long as AMD is compatible. What is? I don't know why they're not going in, Carl. I think, like you say, it's just that the. What was that?
That was the stream.
And
we may be fading to black soon.
Oh yeah, that was just fade to black. I thought we were off air. Are we
this
good?
camera is.
It's a disaster. That's a quick.
I love how it just fades to black.
That's a quick recovery.
That was a quick recovery.
Are we definitely still all right? Yeah, it says we're on air.
We're good.
That's what you expect from these streams now, isn't it? So, yep. Sorry, guys. You handled that well, Carl. It
did actually fade to black though, so it must have hit the button.
Did it like fade to black as it was falling?
Slowly, it just faded away.
Oh dear! Did chat like that?
Yeah.
Do they not know what was going on?
I think everyone's just a bit confused. Probably just they've left the video now.
You must have heard the colossal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big thud. Yeah.
Funny. I'm sorry, guys, to let you down. This is the lack of professionalism here is shocking. I don't know, but that's what you expect. Come on, it's all good. Right, that's in. There's one screw missing there, but you know what? I just want to move on to the next topic, so we're gonna continue.
Oh, look at that slow transition.
Oh, we got transitions on now.
Oh,
I hate that. Oh, what's happened to the camera?
No.
Look, we're dark. It's not too bad. It's messed it up. Disaster.
Oh,
Carl, you're revealing all the secrets. We've still got transitions on. Oh no.
The colour's changed. The ISO's changed.
I don't know how to get it back. Effect. Oh, cut. There you go. We're good. Right. How's that look? Yes, probably.
The chaos is the best part. That's what someone's just said.
Yeah. Oh, there's a screw that's come out.
Oh, we did get a super chat from Daryl Duff, though.
Daryl Duff, what a name.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you so much. Super chat from Daryl Duff. Thank you. Right, motherboard is in. I need to know what people are saying about the cooler. Because it is time to get our cooler ready, really. What's the winner?
By 53%. The Cougar Poseidon GT360.
You know why?
I know why.
Because they want to see me suffer and say the phrase. But we don't deploy the phrase. I mean, I'm glad you've actually chosen that because I probably should have put that on before.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but it's all good.
I know you can still get to it.
Yeah.
It'd be fine.
It's fine. But yeah, now that we've got our all-in-one liquid cooler, this is arguably a lot easier to do when it's in the case. Although I'd still prefer to put the back plate on earlier.
565 votes.
Yeah, no, thank you everyone that's voted. But now comes the big question of which graphics card do you want us to use? And I think this is probably the most interesting poll we've ever done on this channel. Carl, would you like to agree or disagree?
Agree? What was the question?
Well, which card do you want to use in the rig? And I want you to answer, honestly, I want you to answer...
Which one would you buy?
Yeah, precisely. If this was your PC, which one of these would you buy for your rig? Let's assume, you know, you've got 600 quid budget, 650, whatever it is. No change, okay? Emphasis on no change. You can have either of these cards. Which one are you choosing? Do you value more VRAM and slightly more performance in quite a lot of titles? Or do you value DLSS 3.5 that then gives you a lot more performance in those titles, arguably? You know, we'll go into that a bit later as well. And obviously you get better ray tracing. So you could pretty much say that the performance between these two, if you take everything into account, is going to be about equal. But you get DLSS and ray tracing on this one, but then you get more VRAM on this one, and this one is going to be slightly cheaper.
Yeah. How cheap is the 4070 now?
Cheap? You're right.
Well,
chat's going to be livid.
They're going to.
How cheap? How cheap is the 4070? I know you've just got them lying around. You know,
560. Oh.
He says actually.
I thought it was going to be like
lying around.
Closer to.
We build PCs on the channel. Come on, they're the work stuff. How much?
560 versus 489.
Oh, is that how? Okay, so that is
Yeah.
still quite a dramatic difference. But it was about 600 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's dropped a little bit.
It's all of these third-party cards and things as well, isn't it? That boost the price up. Right. So here is our Poseidon GT. I hope that this works. Obviously, well, I obviously hope it works. I hope this works well, and I hope it does give us good cooling, because 90 quid for a 360 is pretty insane, isn't it, Carl? Especially if you put the radiator
as well.
If you put the radiator at the top, you're not even going to see the fact that you don't have the RGB fans on it.
Yeah.
So this is definitely something I would consider buying for myself, because I like using them on the channel, but I'm just not all about this stupidly expensive cooling malarkey these days. You know, I suppose you either go all in and you get like a Corsair or NZXT LCD one and just spend money because it looks pretty, or you probably cut down and save as much money as possible while still getting good cooling. Generally, you just want to buy one that works, I suppose, and is, you know, you can tune the fans later. I never really understand. I mean, I do understand, but you'll quite often find that you have reviews that will, they're just like make the fan speed 100%, and I'm like, well, I guess technically that's the right way of doing the reviews.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just not realistic at all, is it? Like, I would say if you're going to do that, you should also do like 25%.
Yeah, like
fan
a different
speed.
sort of.
Because like they're all loud. At 100% fan speed, they're all way too loud. So that's not actually necessarily the best way to go. You want a cooler that can sort of ramp up. And
Yeah, you need to do like a comparison, like a, I guess more or less 0 RPM, 20, 50, 75.
I've got
then
some
100.
form of slime on my hands from that box.
Is it from the tape, maybe?
I don't know. Would you like to touch my hands?
No, I don't want to touch your hands.
Not a fan
touch
of that
my
one.
slimy hands.
What? Tell the audience what happened earlier when I showed you my new shoes. Brand new shoes that I got.
He was like, oh, look at my new shoes. What do you think? I was like, yeah, they look nice, but there appears to be some dog poo on the bottom of them.
Look at these shoes. I hadn't noticed that. I wasn't torturing him. I hadn't noticed. It turns out it was mud, because I smelt them and they didn't smell bad. And as we know,
Gave it the lick test.
oh, come on, come on. I think it was just mud, but it looked very sus. But it didn't smell. I mean, when have you ever come across? Sorry, this is great imagery. Wet, light brown dog mess that doesn't absolutely stink. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, all the viewers have gone now because of that, so apologies. Let's press on and actually
Viewership
install
declined.
our cooler. Actually, the best way of doing this is to grab it and then do a little test fit just to make sure this will go in properly. Which, yeah, it does. I mean, you can put a 360 up here. No real issue. Let's have a look. Yeah, got quite a lot of clearance here actually, so you've got some adjustability in, and there's plenty of width as well. We tested the Fantex case, didn't we, before? Granted, it was a lot smaller case and was cheaper chassis, but it just didn't give us the width to actually use it properly. So this is a much better spec'd case than that Fantex. So yeah, people are complaining about that. They're like, why do you use that case? I was like, well, because we want to see whether it works or not. And it's the one I happen to have here. But more importantly, we wanted to see, because it said it would take the hardware, and it didn't. Yeah, it actually really got to me. The comment was like, oh, I hate these people that don't check compatibility before they start. I'm sorry that I didn't get a tape measure out, measure exactly how wide the fan was, because it was the width of the fan, It says it supports a 360 at the top. That's good enough for me, but no, I'm supposed to know my measurements to the millimetre when you're using products that didn't exist when the case came out. So I'm so sorry. I do sound salty now, don't I?
Yeah, a little bit salty.
Yeah, a little bit salty. Anyway, so that's our test fit, and we're going to drag this down a bit. What's going on with chat, guys? Let us, do people like our stories, our gags?
Yeah, there's a lot of debate between the 4070 and the 7800 XT.
Yeah? What's the poll looking like at the moment? Don't forget to vote in that poll, guys, and don't forget that your fan should be facing downwards, so you're blowing through the radiator and exhausting at the top, if that's the way you want to play it.
Yep. RTX 4070 is in the lead with 57%.
These are always very tight, aren't they?
I've just seen that you can get, thanks to Rivstar, classic Rivstar, making us look stupid.
Yeah.
You can get a RTX 4070 for £530.
Better,
but it is like a dual fan Zotac one.
It'd be interesting to test that. But the thing is, though, the NVIDIA cards are so efficient and so good on
It's less than 200 watts, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe we need to get one of those in. Zotac, if you're watching, send us one of those, and we go from there.
Little 40 baby 70.
We can also take this opportunity to promote. No, not the PC-centric mouse mat that's available at pccentric.store, link down below. No, to promote, I think, what has probably been the most fun video we've filmed, well, ever since you've been here.
Yeah.
That's going live tomorrow. What's it about, Carl?
Top Tech under 100.
No, that wasn't excited enough.
Top Tech under 100!
Yeah! And the idea was it was kind of like a semi-mystery box challenge, because I didn't have a clue what some of the things were. And you chose some fun stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I was quite... Why have we got bags for the That is bad. We don't need that. One bag for all of these screws. Anyway.
That is a lot of bags.
Yeah, it's a lot of bags. But I didn't know what was in it, so it's like a mystery box challenge.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah,
actually.
there's some good products.
I think everyone is going to enjoy watching that.
Yeah.
And it was still useful, wasn't it? Useful content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Obviously, we're not obviously full in-depth reviews, but you get obviously first impressions. You can see what it's included, what's in the box, if it works, if it doesn't work. And yeah, I think it's worked out quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting, actually. There are plenty of things I hadn't thought about that if you do want to upgrade your setup, and one of them was as low as like 18 quid, wasn't it? For one of the... Don't ruin the surprise.
Don't ruin the surprise. We can't tell people what's in the video, though.
No. But you will enjoy it. So that's going to be released tomorrow. So if you want to get involved and watch that, then please do, because I assure you, you will enjoy it. I just need a double check, don't I? That is, yes, that's good. Okay. The fan's the right way.
Are they?
Yeah? Yeah?
Oh, okay, tubes going that way, are they?
There we go.
I've seen a PC assembly video once or twice.
You have indeed. Yeah, there we go. So that's why you do a test fit, and that's why you do another test fit when you put one of the fans on. Realistically, you won't be live streaming your build, so you'll be less distracted than I am. I'm also waiting as well for the point where we've got 2 dogs at the moment because we're looking after my sisters.
Oh, I've just seen Daryl Duff, who did do a super chat earlier.
Oh, we missed it. Did we miss the super chat?
No, we did cheer it, but he didn't actually leave the question. It was just a £1 super chat.
Oh, okay.
But he did say he wants to know whether or not a Thermalright Frozen Magic AAO is sufficient for a 13700K.
What's the size?
I'm not sure. We'll have a look. Frozen Magic. If it's a 240, it might struggle. No, yeah, 13700K.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Intel just uses so much power. I think as long as you can fit it in, I'd always go for the largest you can. You might find that a 280 is going to suit you better. Yeah,
280s can be like sort of on par with the 360s, depending on obviously the brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, depends which one you have. If it's a 240, it'll probably be fine.
It is a difficult situation buying CPUs at the moment, because I think the Ryzen ones just make a lot more sense for most people. But then realistically, people have tried and tested, used Intel for years, and they're just upgrading, and they want to stick with Intel, and I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
And the i9, and to be fair, the i7, well, the other way around, the i7 definitely, but the i9 as well is a great CPU. You know, it's fantastic for gaming, and you don't have to muck around with that provisioning stuff that you do with the X3Ds. So, you know, then it's not necessarily clear cut, but again, do remember that you're just not getting that upgradability with the Intel stuff. You're stuck to this platform, and especially, you know, spending 700 quid on a motherboard. It's a lot to spend on a motherboard for something you can't upgrade. But then again, the counter argument that I see time and time again that is kind of fair enough is that people tend to upgrade their CPU, or at least a lot of people do, upgrade their CPU like every 5-6 years. So you need a new motherboard anyway. I mean, the chances of AM5 still being current in 5-6 years is probably quite slim. So in that respect, you know, it doesn't actually matter, does it?
Yeah. Daryl's just replied saying it was a 360mm. Yeah, I think that would be golden.
Yeah, that would be golden.
That would be golden.
Golden. God, right, so we've got our radiator in. I'm nowhere near saying the phrase, and I'm not going to be saying it today, and I'll tell you why, because we've actually got a decent sized chassis.
Yeah, it does make it easier if you use a nice big case.
It does. It really, really does. So this goes in. Don't panic, by the way, and I know a load of people will. Don't panic if you pick up your radiator and you go, oh no, because you just need to angle it a little bit. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, don't knock off the...
Not again.
You almost did it. It was so close.
Oh no, I seem to have faded to black.
Oh no.
That's all right, we're back. We're back. I am looking forward to seeing the clip of that. That is, that's going to be entertaining, I think.
Oh, we've got a super chat.
So why are you doing a super chat? Not you for reading it out. Why are you doing a super chat just as I'm holding the radiator in the most awkward position possible? You could do it at any point in the video, but you choose to do it now. You just want this to go wrong. But thank you for the super chat. Who's it from?
It is from Fraser Simmons.
Oh.
They want to know what 240mm AIO would you use with a 7800 X3D?
Why would you want a 240 is probably the better question. That's
240 is fine.
240 is fine.
But it's only like...
But I
like
would...
a 90 watt chip.
No, okay, I phrased that badly. Hold on. What did I just say about doing the question when I'm trying to screw it in at the most difficult bit because I don't have enough hands? Hold on. There's absolutely... What have I said? No, bad. It's fine. It's fine. Here we go. We're in.
Did you want to plug in the CPU cable first?
No, I don't think I need to. I
Okay.
think we're good because we've got plenty of clearance there. So we're good. This is something I like about this case, Lug, is that you do have access to all of your cables and you can feed them through. So actually...
You can reach them, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I think this is okay.
Confident.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be as easy as if I'd just done it a second ago, but yeah, no, I'm confident that should be fine. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the 240. What I'm coming at from is as someone that specs up a lot of PCs, well, daily, I tend to find there's a lot better value if you go for an air cooler, and the performance isn't always drastically different between air cooler and a 240. With all-in-ones, if you go for a 360 or a 280, then you can see quite a dramatic difference in performance, but fundamentally the price difference, especially on coolers that have been out for a while, between a 240 and a 360 isn't even much money. I mean, this comes in a 240 and I think it's like £75, maybe 80. So you think as long as you've got the space, you spend that little bit extra money and you're getting a lot more capacity for the heat. So I would always say get the largest cooler you can to fit your case because the price difference isn't crazy. If you're looking at getting a cheaper 240, you know, that's absolutely fine. I used a 240 in my rig for many years, but I would actually probably look towards an air cooler, something like the Assassin 3 or like the AK 620, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, Assassin 4 now.
Yeah, something for around about £50 or so. Whereas if you go for a cheaper 240 liquid cooler, they're not always fantastic.
Yeah, like the £60, sort of £50 240s are a little bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Air coolers are always a safer bet. If you're trying to save money, if that's why you're doing it, if you actively want an all-in-one and you can only fit 240, but you want an all-in-one, fantastic. No issues with that whatsoever. I would just say go back a little bit and question why you're buying an all-in-one in the first place. And once you answer that question, it should become apparent what you should do. That was quite a detailed answer.
Yeah. If you are desperately after a 240 and that's all you can fit and that's all you want, then, you know, like, was it the Deepcool LS or LE 520?
Oh, we really like that one, actually. Yeah. The Deepcool, is it LS 720 or 520?
I think 520 is 240.
Okay, yeah, that they are fantastic. I love those. I'm using one on my own rig. It's really, really good, and it's so cheap. And this is why I say...
Yeah, I think that's £69, £59. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, $69.95.
And that's why I say I wouldn't spend loads of money on a cooler, because I know you can get really good ones that are not crazy expensive, basically. So, yeah, I'm currently plugging in these cables to the adapter. I think we've got loads of fan headers on this motherboard, so
somebody's got a comment here, Marcus.
Probably could do them individually. Yeah,
they've said, but what if you want to run RuneScape 3 Ultra 4K?
I would say wait till 5090.
Yeah,
because you're not going to be able to run that at the moment, unfortunately.
It's Dimmy again, who comments on every video about RuneScape 3.
And we love it, and it makes us laugh every time. I mean, Carl actually plays RuneScape. Actually, do you still play it? Have you quit?
No, I've stopped again. I'm taking a break again.
Taking a break.
I'm not quit. Never quit. Just take breaks.
See, I would actually go back and start playing it, but I know I just wouldn't upload anymore, and you wouldn't have any work. Which works in your favour, because then you could not do any work.
We've got a super chat.
Super chat, and I don't know if I did the last one. So super chat.
I think we did do it.
Oh well, he's got double now.
This guy has the coolest name.
The caller's name? What? He's called Deepcool LS720.
No, coolest.
Thanks for joining the stream.
Soldado Dominicano.
Oh,
that's a great name.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yeah. Can you make a video about best settings to record 4K 60 in OBS, please?
I mean, at some point, I'll be honest with you, I don't tend to do the streaming ones too often. And when I do, well, yeah, I mean, yes, basically. I don't know why I'm struggling with this question. Basically, we don't cover streaming that often. When we do, we like to sort of do one big blowout and do it all in one go.
Yeah.
And I think there's something in the pipeline, but we've been waiting for AV1 support on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, it's supported.
Like live streaming and AV1.
Oh, live streaming, yeah, I'm not sure.
So when...
That would be great.
I think it's coming, but I'm not sure it's out yet, so we were going to wait for that.
Yeah.
And then do that then. So that is in the pipeline. So yes, we can cover that at some point, but it won't be in the immediate future. There we have our build. It's looking nice and tidy there. Need to get this in shot. Look at the size of that REG logo. I mean, Cole, come on.
There's a big REG logo.
As I say, this is the best feature. I mean, there's no reason.
What is the REG logo? Is that an eye with an eyebrow?
I don't know.
That's what I see. What do you see?
You can't see it anymore.
Can't see it now, though.
It is just a marketing ploy.
It is an eye, isn't it?
I guess if you had a small card. What if you had this one? No. A little bit.
Put it in the bottom slot.
Yeah, that would look good. Yeah, go to all that effort.
There you go.
That makes me sad.
There we go.
That makes me so sad seeing that.
Well, that's the compromise you have to make if you want a £700 motherboard.
It's like when you see someone says, "Oh, I built my PC, what do you think?" And you want to be supportive, and then, yeah, you have something glaringly obvious like that, and it's like, babe, we need to have a chat. I've never said those words in my life. Babe, please. Right, cooler now.
Cooler.
So that's in. We
Andy
have our
Martinez
little
said, Marcus will say it, it's inevitable.
No, none of this, Mr. Martinez. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So we have our Intel bracket look, and we just need to feed this through the back. Hey, I'm feeling confident on this one. Cougar so far so good. Just need to get this back plate on. I can't see anymore. Yep, there we go, that's in. We probably should check on the dog at some point, see if it's still chewing up my 4K Blu-rays. I caught him earlier with The Greatest Showman, not even lying. So why? And it was specifically The Greatest Showman as well. Like, there's quite a few down there that he could have got with his teeth if he'd wanted to. But twice he picked up The Greatest Showman. Maybe he's just a Hugh Jackman fan. Don't blame him. Good actor. Any thoughts on Hugh?
I like him in X-Men films.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he makes a good Wolverine. He's going to come back for the new Deadpool movie.
New Deepcool
The
movie.
new Deepcool movie.
LGA 1700 is the one that I'm looking for. At least they're very clearly labelled. That's good. I like that.
They could do with a nice box though to match what you get with the case. That'd be better than a bag. At least you can use the box.
Yeah, right. And we've got two different ends. I probably need to look at... Do I look at the manual? This is the scenario, guys. Look, these look slightly different to normal. Normally those are sticking up, aren't they?
I don't know.
Well, one end's shorter than the other. And they're the same thread, I think. So I don't actually know.
Where is the manual?
That does screw in. I'm going to go stubby end down, I think. I'm going to get, yeah, that fits in. I'm going to go stubby end down.
We can't see what's going on, Marcus.
Oh, thanks. That was a crisis. This looks good, but feel free to check the manual while I'm doing this and tell me that I've done it wrong. I'm just drawing off of my sheer talent to get this right first time without reading the manual.
Stubby end facing down, long end facing up.
Yeah, see, he's done this before. Not with this specific cooler. Been there, done that. Got the bloomin' t-shirt, that's what I say. Do you want PC-centric t-shirts? Like, we're very limited in our ideas. We thought maybe we should do a I Hate Radiators t-shirt. But then it's like, are people going to buy that? I'm not convinced. If it was funny, maybe. But then do people want to be going to Tesco with a t-shirt that says, I hate radiators on it?
Plumbers just walking around like, what's wrong with radiators, mate?
Yeah, get you mugged in the street, that will. It's like, you leave the radiators alone. So, yeah. Then we have our little bracket for our pump. Pump. Do you say pump?
No, my parents would say pump.
Yeah, you're the worst northern child really ever.
Well, I was born in the south.
Born in the south.
I was raised in the Royal Navy.
Yeah. English joke, that one. Not everyone will understand. They have adverts for the Navy, and that's what they say, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
How does this go on then? Normally it just screws. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
No, yeah, that's a bit loose though. What's the manual say? I mean, there's no alternative. So. No, that's your job, Carl. You're the manual reader, the dog walker, and the PA. Yeah, there we go. Does that work?
Somebody said that sounds great for a t-shirt, Marcus.
Ah, there you go. Well, we can certainly look into it.
One sold already.
Well, no. I mean, if you speak to any marketer, that absolutely is not one. One sold. That looks naff. So what if we do the traditional way of doing it, which is going to be like that. That look all right, Carl? What do you think? What do people think? Should I have it like that? Oh, the brackets come off again.
Well, you broke it.
That's a fantastic noise, that.
Does it not screw in? Twist?
Huh.
That
that can't be right. Look, join me as we look at this really interesting manual. Maybe? I feel like you actually do... Yeah, I feel like you actually do have to screw the bracket on now. That's very unusual.
Andy Martinez is just watching this laughing right now.
Well, that is very unusual. I've never seen that. You put the pump on after the bracket's in. When have you ever seen that, ladies and gentlemen? That is unusual.
That goes on there?
That goes on now, yeah. Yeah, I know. You're looking at me like you're an idiot.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah, go and look. Look at the manual. Smart arse over there. That doesn't... I don't like that.
Intel mounting bracket.
No, this seems...
So how does it go on?
This seems like the most stupid thing I've ever done on the channel.
LGA 1700, and then it just...
No, no, this cannot be right.
Well, what happens after that?
Am I just misreading it? This can't be right. This seems so wrong. No. There's no way this is right. I don't believe this.
I don't even know why you put a radiator on the table markers. You knew they were going to vote for it.
Oh, it's getting close, isn't it, to the phrase in a non-ironic way. Let's do a little test then. No, there's no way. There's no way. No way. Nah, that's not right. Is it just a bad manual?
I think you have to have the pipes on the right-hand side, so on the ram side.
Well, so what are you saying? Are you saying we do have to screw the bracket down first or not?
Yeah.
No, I don't like it, Cole. This is upsetting me greatly. No, I don't like it. So pipes are on the right, but they were on the right.
Pipes on the right, and then you twist it 180 degrees downwards, so clockwise.
No, because what about the friggin' the thermal paste? No. That. You agree with me? Like, let's get it back under the overhead so people can see. You agree with me that this is either we are completely stupid, right? Or, well, yeah, just that, or the manual's not great.
We have a super chat though from Robin Hood.
Look, so you put that down, and then it does definitely say, doesn't it? You put it down and you screw it.
Yeah.
Or not screw, you twist it. They're already on. No, they're not already on. They're not already on.
Yeah, if you look at the picture of the motherboard though, it has the bracket installed.
No, you can see the screws are there.
Yeah.
So what are they on about? Surely you're not screwing twice. That's a bad manual, ladies and gentlemen. Bad. Cougar. Why have you got that on there? Look, here's the pump head. I mean, look, I'll bring this up so you can see. I'll zoom it in. You see this, guys? And it makes it look as if you put the pump head on top of the bracket that has already been screwed down, okay? That especially looks like it goes down on top of that, but then it tells you to screw it here. So please, unless you're only doing it kind of softly, unless you're kind of slightly putting the bracket on, but no, I don't believe that for a second. Let me refocus this camera before I forget.
Have you got like the little standoff pads installed as well?
Yeah. So I mean that was ridiculous. That is clearly wrong. We did think so. But you agree with me. What does chat think? Does chat think that that's also bad manual?
They said 120mm Corsair radiators used to do that years ago.
Yeah.
The bracket is wrong. I don't like change.
Just either way, as soon as I said the Cougar is doing well, we've fallen a little bit.
Maybe.
I mean, I've already kind of scuffed the.
There's two comments in the
I've already
the
scuffed
chat.
the bottom plate doing that. Like you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know, so you can see. Don't know if you can. Yeah, I'll show you in this one. There's already like slight scuff marks on this where I've twisted that down. So this is the reality, guys, of a manual that isn't that clear. But hey ho. That seems more like it, doesn't it? But it's bizarre. How is this supposed to go on? Normally, you just twist it in and it locks in. So this is not a difficult step, is it? So I don't know. It's not confidence inspiring. I'll be honest, guys. Goes in, locks into place like that, right? And I know I haven't done thermal paste yet. Don't worry. I just need to test the fit. Oh, but then, I do. I don't like them. I don't like them.
It's coming.
No. Ugh. This one has annoyed me. I'll be honest. This one has annoyed me. Because it's not, this is something that is universal in the way it works. It's not difficult. So why this one is more difficult, I don't know.
And there it goes.
And there it goes. So, you know, this is the point. I will probably get an email to say, oh, actually, you're supposed to install it like this. But with the manual, if two of us and the chat can't work out very clearly how to install the cooler, that tells you it's not really a very easy manual and it could be designed in a better way.
Twist it harder. That's what the comments say.
No, there's no twisting it harder. Look. It does not twist anymore.
Gorilla Glue.
That's it. Or am I catching... Oh, uh-oh. I may...
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you broke it?
I may have done. Can we get the electrical tape, please? What I've done here is I've actually screwed this, twisted this, and I've now cut the cable open.
Which one? The pump or the RGB?
The pump.
That's a shame.
The pump.
The pump.
It'll be fine. I just need some electrical tape, please, Carl. It's on the rack. Yeah, okay. Not impressed with this. There you go.
Do you remember at the beginning I said, hopefully this goes better than last time?
Well, this one's just stupid, though. Because, like, what? Why is it not? Oh, I forgot you can't use... You have to use scissors for electrical tape. It doesn't like...
I've got...
You got the scissors there?
I've got these.
No, those are too small. Where are the actual scissors? We had them earlier. Oh, they're probably on top of the box.
I guess I'll find
Oh, that's annoyed me,
them.
That has blooming annoyed me. And you're going to see
they're not
this
out
as
here.
well, aren't you? Is that enough?
Use side cutters, that works.
Oh, this might be all right, actually. It's a tiny bit. But now we're going to have black electrical tape on this. Just isn't very...
Now, if everybody had just voted for the Deepcool Assassin 4, we would have all been happy.
Actually, I think there's only one cable that's slightly exposed, so I just leave it. But yeah, I've damaged the cable on that because I tried to twist the plate on, which is really helpful. Because, I mean, that's still... I just don't get it. There's a little catch here, and that is how it goes on, I think. It's just really odd. Well, I will have a chat with Cougar and report back. I don't know how well you can see here, but there's these little grooves here that are meant to catch this. But it just... I'm not convinced this is going to be very easy to get on. So, yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, guys.
For the 52% of you that wanted to see the
well, at
the
least
Cougar.
we've done it, and we've seen that, you know, like, okay, it's a very wallet-friendly option, but it's not the easiest to install. I would get the LS720, I would say.
Yeah.
That was no issue to install. And again, it just annoys me because I know I'm going to get an email to say that, oh, you should have done it this way, and it's like, I know I should have done it that way. If it was obvious how to use it, I wouldn't have been making these mistakes, would I? Right, so that goes on, but then it comes off. No, no, we're not there just yet. I've had worse. I've had worse radiator experiences. Thermal paste.
You're still committing to it?
Thermal paste. Look, what? I've only slightly broken it and got very frustrated with it.
Okay.
And, you know...
I feel like once you tried to spin it, though, it's not going to spin.
So I don't need to spin it, though, do I? No, because it's like that, right? Fine. I don't need to spin it anymore. No, ow! No spinning, it just... That goes on. Who would have thought doing a cooler completely different to everyone else? Not the easiest thing in the world. But at least it's only one cable that's slightly exposed. If two of them had come open, that would be more of a problem, wouldn't it? Because you'd... Oh, it's spinning. No, I can feel it spinning.
What are you looking for? Oh, screws. Is it even making contact?
Not yet, but I think as soon as you screw it down, I think that's when it locks into place. I assure you there is no more locking. Well, unless I'm wrong.
Sea Lover 63 left a nice comment. Keep your head up. This will make you stronger.
Oh, that's so kind.
Vanessa Osborne said, I voted for the other one, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm feeling pretty
Smart.
smug right now.
Yeah, that's not, well, they didn't listen to me. Oh, no. I knew that would happen. Oh, no. I've over-tightened it now. But I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to fall off.
Yes, Mark Coleman, you did miss the thermal paste. It's definitely on there.
Correct. Correctamundo.
If we hit 90 degrees as soon as we turn it on, though, then
We know there's an issue.
we know it's bad.
Well, no, it might not have been installed properly. It could be bad installation.
No, you have to blame the tools. You never blame yourself.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm not taking. I'll take
You can't take responsibility.
No, if it's on wrong, okay.
Yeah.
Then I would take responsibility for the fact that I've put it on wrong, obviously. But that's not the point. The point is that I'm making is not that. The point is that it's difficult to understand how to install it. That's the point. I'm going to put this down flat because I'm now terrified. I'm not terrified. It's just a cooler, but I'm aware that this might not be on flush. Ugh, it's all going so well. I mean, I was actually in my head. I was like, we're on time. This is slick. This is nice and simple today. But obviously, never that easy.
Maybe in live streams we should use AIOs we know we can trust.
No, because then this is the entertainment, isn't it?
The entertainment was when everything got thrown off the desk.
I mean, the tubes aren't actually completely flush. They're off at a slight angle.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that bodes well. No. I don't know. I'll email Cougar and I will ask the best way to install this. But there we go, we are at least on. It was all going so well. It's every live stream, isn't it? Have we had a really slick one yet? Maybe the budget gaming PC was slick, I think. Right, so that's on. And we've got these cables there. As I say, the one on the left has been slightly frayed from the metal back plate where I'd kind of screwed that on and in, which is a shame.
That's definitely firmly on. It's not going to wobble off.
Yeah. That is.
That's on.
That's, yeah.
Nice.
So I get the theory. Well, no, I don't understand why.
No.
Just have a catch for it.
Yeah, just
have a catch
let
for
it click and lock into place.
It could be something to do with licensing. I don't know exactly what pump this uses, but I know you can't do the same as everybody else.
If it's like the Acertec one.
Yeah, so maybe it's something to do with that, but I would try again if I were.
And if it is Acertec, then they've got no excuse.
It's just odd. Just odd. You know? I mean, hey, look, if it works, it works. And I'm glad you've watched this video to see, you know, be careful, don't fray your cable. But yeah, having your cable the same place that you've got to screw the plate on, that isn't very clever, is it?
No, it's not very clever.
Was that?
That is not very clever.
No, it's not.
Marcus,
right,
I've got a question for you that nobody's ever asked before.
Yeah.
What do you do with all the PCs after you build them?
Put them in a skip. No, we take the parts out eventually, and when we have time, we do like a big session where we take a load of different PCs apart, and we then put the parts most of the time back on the shelf to be reused in other rigs. Cases and things we don't really keep for very long unless they're specifically good cases, because we just don't have storage room. Which is a shame. We've got like a storage unit and then it's full with cases at the moment, which is pretty annoying. And then obviously anything that is years old, that is kind of end of life, we then are stuck with the problem of what do we do with it, which is annoying. So we can get rid of older stuff, and we do, but it's only when it's completely end of life really. And you find some of the stuff doesn't actually last that long. We've had a weird problem with the motherboards. I think they got damaged in the move, like the really older one. So it was like a B550 board. We gave back to ASUS the other day, didn't we? That was years old. I don't know why that one didn't work, but that's gone back.
We have a super chat.
Super chat, super chat.
You feel a bit defeated after that.
I'm not defeated. I'm just like a bit stressed out with it now. I haven't even screwed the radiator in.
Daniel Mincher has donated £5, and they've said live custom water cooled build.
Oh,
next.
that would be fun. It would definitely have to be soft because hardline usually takes me 2 to 3 days. So I don't. I mean, we could live stream the whole thing.
You have to do like 8-hour days.
But but then don't forget it takes longer when you're like this is off camera. I normally do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean softline I wouldn't have a problem with.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fairly straightforward.
Soft would be okay. But yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
That, like I say, that would be a whole day thing though.
Yeah. An 8-hour or a 24-hour live stream.
We'd have to start at like 2 and finish at 10 or something.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, so that's on. I saw Linus tried it once and he never did it again, as far as I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I think it is quite a complicated beast. But yeah, cooler's on. Good to see. Jokes when we've actually killed our.
Oh, that rotates. Oh, okay.
That rotates, but
it still looks wonky though, doesn't it?
Well, it is wonky. The tubes are definitely wonky on that. But whatever.
Yeah, well, it's on.
It's on.
It's on.
It's on.
We don't fully hate radiators today.
We haven't seen the thermals. I haven't seen the thermals yet. Okay, cooler's on. That's making me feel a bit better. Power supply graphics card now, so we can move on. How about
Power supply time.
How are we doing for time? Oh, it's not too bad.
Are we into the 3-hour mark yet?
You are.
1 hour 10.
Rude. How are we doing for our survey? Don't forget, guys, we do have a poll currently going, and you can determine
975 votes.
How many?
975.
Ooh.
We do have a problem though. There's 975 votes, but only 249 likes on this video.
Oh no! I mean, why wouldn't you be liking this video? I mean, do you not like the toils and trials and tribulations of PC Centric?
Oh, that's just not fair.
Yeah. Unbelievable. If you don't smash that like button, do you know what we will do? Absolutely nothing. But we will be. Will we even be sad? Oh, we'd be a bit sad. Now we've thought about it.
Now I've looked at it and now seen how many people have voted.
Big boy sads. That's what we'd be.
And the votes for the poll are going up, but the likes, they're not either. Daddy has exited the chat.
Oh no!
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Daddy. That's what I say. Oh, I said. I don't know where I'm going with this.
He said, "Have a nice day. He'll be here for the next one."
True story. My dad's a postman now. He got bored of being a printer, I think, and was like, you know what? Post.
Post?
Yeah. What's post stand for?
I don't know.
Something test, isn't it?
No idea.
Pre-ordnance. No, it's definitely not ordnance. I don't know. What does the O stand for?
I don't know.
Cooler. Not cooler. Power supply. This is the Ion 2 Plus Platinum power supply.
Obviously, it was power on self-test.
I should have known that.
I knew that.
No, you didn't. You looked it up. Cheating. This is 860 watts, so this is good even for a RTX 4090. If you want to go down that route. Amazon links, by the way. Oh, sorry. Amazon links, by the way, to everything are links down below if you want to check at current pricing or more details. This is a platinum rated PSU and comes with a lovely little bag of cables because, of course, this is a modular power supply. So we're going to grab all of these out, or at least the ones that we need. I've done a big order with Cable Mod, actually. They've been very kind as to send some stuff out, so we've got some cool little cable kits coming, including, actually, those new 1.1 version right angle adapters. That should be something quite interesting we can look at a little bit later. Not on this stream, they're not here, I only ordered them yesterday. Over to you, Carl.
Does this PSU have a 12-volt power cable?
It does not. So if you're going to put an NVIDIA one in this, you will need a different adapter.
I'm going to need a dongle.
going to need a dongle. But again, just go to Cable Mod and they can sort you one out.
Yeah.
They can sort you one out. I mean, you had to buy one. But yeah.
I actually bought one the other day for my work PC.
For your work PC?
Yeah.
Are you putting this on expenses, Carl?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It was a Be Quiet one. It was obviously just like that. You know, obviously just has the two ends that plug in the power supply, then you plug it into the GPU. I was getting fed up of the adapter for the 4090.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
It's just plugging in 4 8-pins every time you unplug it. It was just a nightmare.
Why is this so short? I feel like, oh, no, okay. They look very short to me, these cables. But okay. Oh, I suppose we need to know what we're, oh no, we don't, because there's no, okay. Yes. Is this 2 8-pins on this GPU? I'm going to guess it is.
Possibly.
Yes.
It doesn't look very likely, though, that you'll be using the 7800 XT.
Oh, interesting. So there we go. Even after all the noise.
After everyone said how great that is and how bad the 4070 is, people still want the 4070.
There you go. You see, this is what I'm telling you. People like the brands, I think, that they know and that they've used and are happy with. And NVIDIA's definitely had that advantage for a while. So there you go.
1,000. The votes are climbing. The likes, though, the likes aren't climbing. But the
Why are
votes.
the likes not climbing?
The votes, 1,044 votes.
Oh, that's.
Well, if you don't plug it in the wrong way round
I'm
again.
not plugging it in. No, it's fine.
We've been there before.
No, we're all good. Why is that not going in? I don't know why that's not going in. Is that even from this power supply?
I don't know.
That would be bad. Easy way to check. Have a look at the pinout. No. I did think that looked a bit short, so I don't know what that's from. We'll have to work that one out. That's the nightmare scenario. You put the wrong one in. Oh, we only need 2 8-pins anyway, don't we? That's fine. We only need one. We only need one. Cool.
Yeah. Somebody's commented saying, no way the 4070 is winning over the 7800 XT. Well, it is.
What are we looking at the moment, Carl?
57 to 43%. That's a big difference. You could,
you could change the tide if you want that AMD GPU in this rig. You can make it happen.
You can make it happen.
You can get it if you really want. Is that the song? I don't know.
I think it is a song. It sounds like something from like the 80s or 90s.
I wouldn't dare sing it.
No.
I'm humming it right now though.
In your brain.
In my brain.
In my brain.
Brain. CPU. We only need to use one of these cables. Actually, I'm going to plug this in now just to prove to Carl that it wasn't a problem. To get this in now, slightly more finicky than normal, but still no hassle. He says. No, we're good. Yeah, there we go, we're in. So you feed that through now. Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. I've just plugged it in at the top left-hand corner.
It wasn't magic.
Feeding the power cable round. I have to admit, I do like the cables on these Fractal power supplies because they're all jet black and nice and flexible. Despite the fact they are probably, I say a tiny bit too short. It's probably fine, actually. But if you're using a really big case, they might be a little bit too short for you.
Why do Fractal power supplies always have weird numbers, like 860 watt?
I don't know,
Nobody
but
else
someone
does
in the
that.
comments might be able to tell us, Carl.
Maybe it's just like so they can one-up 850 watt power supplies.
Yeah, because 10 more is always better. There's probably a good reason, though. Maybe it is actually that most power supplies are 860, but they just round down.
Maybe. Maybe
be that.
Fractal are so confident that they round up. Oh look, you've got nice little straps for your cable as well. Well done, Cougar.
Yeah, there we go. See, Cougar doing well on the case. It's just the
cooler.
The cooler could have used a, slightly better installation method.
Yeah.
I'm still aware of this email I'm going to get.
I'm just waiting for
it. Thanks for the coverage on the case. Do want to talk to you though. Just one thing about the cooler. No, come on now. Come on. Instruction manual needed to be better. I won't back down on this.
Do you know what I've just spotted, which is quite hilarious?
Oh, what have I done?
I don't know if I can...
What?
if you could just move the motherboard I/O shield towards the. Can you spot it?
There's a cable.
There's a cable.
Oh.
You've got the cable stuck.
Oh no! No,
Maybe that's why it didn't go down so easily.
that could be it. It's pre-routed though, so the good news is we're good. so panic. We need not. That's good camera work there, Carl. No one would ever know. Am I sharp?
I haven't changed the focus.
Oh, okay. So yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I am a sharp individual. It's true. This is what I'm told many times. You know, I'm so cool. I'm cooler than cool. Oh, there we go. So we screw in down the bottom. This has been quite a fun one. It's just a shame that the cooler installation wasn't as easy as it could be, because I'm actually quite liking what we have here so far, must admit.
I'm a little bit confused because most of our chat seems to have turned Dutch.
Dutch?
Dutch. Everyone's just speaking Dutch.
Oh, maybe they've realised that there's a lovely community here.
Maybe PC Centric's big in Holland.
How's your translation skills?
I can't speak any Dutch.
Google Translate. Translate one, and then we can eavesdrop.
I just saw that somebody said...
Just
I
eat?
can see budget. That's...
You missed my joke.
No, I did miss your joke. Somebody said, I don't think we speak Dutch here. And I was like, so that's what they're speaking. No, the other way around. I'm going to build a PC for €800 next year. It's a great budget for games.
Okay, so this chat hasn't become a front for something dodgy then?
No. The orange.
Duck l'orange. Speaking of French, as I was saying
That
to you
was
earlier, I've
no one was speaking of French.
Speaking of French, hashtag not ad at all. I was saying to Carl, I've just started watching Emily in Paris, and it is genuinely fantastic.
Yeah.
And Carl is, I don't know what, look, the camera's, hold on.
What have you done now?
And Carl is, he wants to watch it, but his girlfriend apparently isn't too interested.
No.
So he doesn't have the bottle to watch it by himself.
No.
Do you want to come over and watch it together? Have a
We can
sleepover?
watch Emily in Paris together.
Yeah. It's funny. It is actually really funny. So anyway, sorry, yes.
I forgot
What were
I
you
was gonna
talking
say.
about?
I don't know. I don't really watch much TV on my own though.
No?
No.
These days I just find I just want to sit down and veg. So unless I've got...
Nearly. How many? That's the third time it's made contact.
Look, it's all good. It's all good.
Is that a cable grommet behind a cable cover?
Yes.
Seems
No, that's fine. It's nice and big. All good.
a bit extra.
Oh!
Yep. So
Yeah.
That's why the grommet wasn't needed.
Oh, they get you. They get you. Oh, that is annoying, isn't it? Silly. Come on, out you come. What's chat saying?
I've no idea. It's all in Dutch now.
Oh, it can't all be. Come on, we need some English.
We don't speak Dutch. Sorry. We know that a lot of Dutch people do speak English though, because well, a lot of
It's just we
every
can't.
other country that isn't England is a lot better at languages.
Yes, it's true. But we can't interact with you, and we'd love to join the conversation, that's all. We love Dutch. I've got some nice Dutch friends.
I've got a comment here from My Abyss. They're building a $3,500 gaming PC in November.
Okay.
13900K or 14700K?
Oh, that's a good question. If they're the same price, I mean, I guess what, 13900K, would you say?
I think
If the i7's slightly cheaper, I'd probably get the i7.
yeah. I think the 14700K is 429 and the 13900K is
Yeah, there will be some
560
good deals to be had though, for sure.
the 13900K might come down.
Yeah. I need to do the front I/O now, don't I? Because all of that is done. So that means spinning it round. Oh, come on, chat, get involved. What do you think? Let me know. What thoughts on the PC so far? What's gone? I know what's gone right and gone wrong, but what do you make of it? Do you like it or do you not? I'm not even going to bother using that grommet. Just going to put it down there, save it for Ron, say later on. Yeah, all of our cables are done for us, which is pretty cool. So there's just this little bundle here of things that we need to plug in. Oh, and down here as well. Okay.
I found out what they were talking about in Dutch.
Yeah.
Somebody basically just told me what they were saying. I didn't work it out myself.
Oh, I thought your Dutch was second to
I've
none.
not become fluent in the last 5 minutes.
Shame.
They were talking about, would it be possible to build a 500 to 600 euro build?
Yeah, I mean, we were actually working our way down the price point, and then Intel ruined it by dropping these refreshed, I was going to say new, these refreshed CPUs. So yeah, blame Intel.
No. Rivstar's putting you to shame. He's building 2 PCs whilst watching this.
Is he?
Yeah.
Why, how come? Why is he
We're only building 1 while streaming this.
Why is he building 2? What are you up to,
What do
Rivstar?
you need 2 new PCs for right now?
You're just trying to one-up us. I mean, I tell you what, that's some effort doing 3 PC builds at once.
Do you reckon you could do 3 PC builds at once?
No, I've discovered a new problem as well. This USB is slightly misaligned.
What, with the little cutout?
Yeah.
You don't need USB anyway.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's still like you're doing the build. You kind of want.
Is there another one at the bottom?
I'm just trying to see that. Maybe. Is that one?
Cool. Rivstar wasn't hanging around. He's upgrading his 12900K build to a 14900K.
Okay.
And then he's putting the 12900K into an older system.
Ah, okay. So yeah. So he's doing 1.5 PC builds. That's what you're telling me.
No, so it's not really 2 then,
Yeah.
is it?
Cheat.
We have a super chat from Henry.
Super chat from Henry.
Henry.
Your job next week is to get some sound effects, Carl.
Okay, I want like a little soundboard. Oh, well, there's a stream deck there. Maybe we should work out how to use that.
Well, no, because that's not outputting, is it?
Oh yeah. That's what we need to get better at.
Well, there's easily ways of doing it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Should we answer the super chat?
I think that's best. Yeah. What is the super chat?
Hi lads, I'm trying to pick a GPU for my 14700K, but I'm worried about CPU bottlenecking. Any recommendations on where the sweet spot is?
So the 14. So repeat that. Sorry.
14 i7 14700K.
Yeah. So, but what do you mean by where the bottleneck is?
Well, he's worried about CPU bottlenecking.
Well, that 14700K is probably tied for the best CPU you can buy, so you can't really worry about CPU bottlenecking because that is just the best really you can get. It's going to be tied with a 7800X3D. So
yeah,
I mean, what more can you say? You've covered yourself off as much as you possibly can. We're plugging in our USB-C, by the way, our ATX power connection. USB 3 is down here. On this particular case and USB 3 combo, it was going to be quite difficult to get this one plugged in. Be aware if you're looking at this case, but otherwise it's fine.
Is that because the GPU sag thing's in the way?
No. The actual cutout stops.
Oh, it's like there's 2 cutouts there.
Yeah, correct.
Oh.
And then we've got our HD audio that, frankly, I'm not going to bother plugging in because I don't need it today. And obviously the things we do need are our front panel connections, which as always are at the bottom right.
Are they grouped together?
They're not, sadly. I like cases where they brick them together, which is nice.
Yeah, it just makes it so much easier.
It does. Where's the power switch? Oh, I've just lost it. It's all good. It does exist.
I feel like cases in 2023, that should be a standard, not a luxury.
It should be. So we've got our power switch, no reset, because the reset at the moment is configured for case lighting, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think that's what most people want. Have you ever used a reset switch, really? Very rarely.
Rarely. That's not something I would look at a case and be like, God, it doesn't have a reset switch.
Well, what would you pick between RGB controller and reset? Because that's the option you get on a lot of cases.
I don't really know.
Okay, that's in.
Oh, nice. we have a super chat. We have a super chat.
Super chat from
Dieter Mask YT. Or Dieter Mask.
I'm sorry, But we need to stop.
What have I done now?
You haven't done it.
Oh, good.
I was being dramatic.
Oh. Oh, what, for the super chat?
No. Well, I'm sorry, but we need to stop. The super chat is important, but it needs to wait because it's graphics card time, which means revealing the poll that you obviously have at the top right-hand corner of your screen, but I haven't seen and hasn't already been spoiled that the RTX 4070 was way ahead. So it could go either way. Carl, what graphics card are we using?
The 7800 XT?
Really?
No.
Oh, he's done me. Oh, no.
It was on 56%. It's just gone up to 57% again now. Oh, it's fluctuating.
I'm afraid we've got to go with the winner, and you're telling me right now it's the 4070, right?
4070, I'm ending the poll in 3, 2, 1. Ended.
Bum, ba, da, da.
1,200 votes.
That's good. Do you
Yeah.
reckon some of those are duplicates or all legit?
I don't think you can duplicate unless you log into another YouTube account. I don't think anybody's that committed.
No, different tabs. So this is the one from Gigabyte. Quite a few different options here. But this is our 4070. This is the bit we normally cut out of the video because it's loud. Here we have it, look. Ta-da! What do you make of this?
Oh, get that close up.
I mean, it's not a bad shot, this, actually. I know there's a bit of wobble, but get over it.
Deal with it.
Go. Deal with it. Pass-through design. Nice. Obviously, we've got 3 DisplayPort, 1.4s here, not 2.1. Shame, but doesn't really matter too much on this level of GPU.
I was hoping to play 8K at 144 hertz.
Well, you still can, actually, can't you? It's just done with display stream compression.
I don't know.
You can do 4K, like 165, I think, over 1.4.
Yeah, that's fine. No one cares about 8K.
You've got a BIOS/silent switch that no one ever touches, but you might want to. It's an option. It's nice, actually, to be fair.
If things go wrong.
Yeah, that's actually the more important thing. It's nice to have a BIOS switch because if something goes wrong, you can flip the switch to the other one. So I would actually want a graphics card that has 2 different BIOSes, and it's nice that you can adjust them on the fly. Obviously, the main thing to be aware of, though, is this little thing here, which is our 12-pin or our 16-pin that you can also call it, depending whether you include the sense pins as pins. But this is going to go in our case, and here's the adapter. Only needs 2 different 8 pins in, but I would highly advise that you look at getting something that looks a lot better. I would, as I say, just get mine from CableMod. Not sponsored, they do send cables out when we ask for them, but last time I got cables from CableMod for my personal rig was, you know, I paid for them and I was very happy. We were talking about it earlier, just by chance, actually, weren't we?
Yeah, because we were talking about your current system, wasn't we? With
yeah, back to retire my
cable.
current PC and build something new. The one that's been staple of the channel, literally rendering out these videos, not for the last year, but rendering out the videos pretty much before then for years, which was cool. But we'll drop this into position after moving our GPU sag brackets. There it is. Clicks into place like that. I tell you what, this is a nice case. I like this case. I really like the design of the bottom. I like that open square mesh. I just think that looks smart. It's grown up. Like you say, it's quite deep core, isn't it? What do you reckon, Carl?
I have no idea what you was talking about.
Are you speaking Dutch?
I'm doing my best.
Didn't know we had such a big Dutch following. How privileged we are. But then obviously we are going to have to do the horrible thing of actually plugging these adapters in, which is a bit of a bummer.
The bane of every RTX 40 GPU. Oh no, the 4060 doesn't have it, does it?
Does it not?
I don't think so.
I think, does it not? Maybe not. No.
It has an 8-pin.
No, I think you're right there, actually. I like that there's a load of cutouts that are big on this case as well to feed our cables in from underneath, which is cool. So we can just tuck these in now, look. There's so much wasted space in this shot. Look, I'll get my big head in. There you go, look at that. If anyone's into, I was going to say, if anyone's into...
Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that.
Looking at people's heads.
Hair.
Yeah.
Hair. We'll say hair.
Yeah, this is not that sort of show. This is family friendly.
We have another super chat from One Shot Gaming.
Super chat. That's probably upsetting the dogs downstairs, isn't it?
Our Data Mask did ask a question with his super chat, but it didn't work.
No, sorry, guys. Was that a double super chat then?
No, that was from the one from earlier.
Oh yeah, sorry. I am genuinely sorry. The joke was.
What joke?
The joke was that we needed to do the poll.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, super chat's not important. And then the joke would have been that I would have come back to it and apologised. But actually, I was just very rude.
That was a bit rude.
Yeah. So let's do it in the proper order. So what was the original super chat question? I'm so sorry. It was a genuine mistake.
They didn't actually ask a question. I think there's some issue going on where they're donating, but there's no question with it.
So there was no question.
No, but they've said
I couldn't. It wouldn't let me ask a question.
Oh, I see.
But they have asked a question now, so we're going. We're rolling it back.
Got there in the end, yeah.
Good cheap CPU and GPU combo.
Cheap.
Obviously, I'm assuming. Obviously, they were talking about that.
How cheap is cheap?
They were talking about that 500, 600 euro build earlier.
Oh yeah, an i3 probably. Look at the used market as well. But an i3 is a fantastic starter CPU.
Yeah, it was like a 7600.
You know, because it will work. That's the point. It will work now, and you just upgrade it later. I would probably keep an i3 for a few months, maybe up to a year, and then when the next gen CPUs come out, you can buy what is now the current gen CPUs, sell your i3, and upgrade to like an i5 or probably an i7. That's what I would do. I'd go from an i3 to an i7. If you're going to go i3, i5, I'd just save up a bit longer, go with an i5 to start with, because there's not a massive jump in price. But I think, yeah, if your end goal is an i7, start with an i3.
Yeah.
I mean, I started with an i5. My first PC was I had PCs before that, but my first proper gaming PC that I spec'd was a 2500K.
Yeah, I had one of them as well, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then I upgraded it to a 4600 or 4700 i7 Devil's Canyon.
Oh, yeah. I had that until Skylake, I think, 6700K.
Oh, Skylake. Skylake was good. And then
the same CPU for 3 years.
Yeah, and then it didn't really change for a while, did it?
No.
All we need to plug in now, I think we're pretty much done. I really hope this cooler works, because we're on time.
God, this will be a record live stream build, I think.
Which I thought it was slow because of all the cooler mucking about.
We're only 1 hour and 35 minutes.
Yeah.
People are going to be disappointed. They want another hour and a half of...
We'll do another one.
We'll build another PC.
Yeah, it doesn't work just yet, so...
I suppose this time we can actually turn it on, make sure it works.
Yeah, no emergency cut-off this time.
No fade to black.
No, we've already had a fade to black.
Yeah, a few times.
Also, that fade to black, I think, is kind of pointless because you need like a button, which is like on radio, the swear button. That basically...
The beep button.
It dumps the last like 30 seconds of audio. But if I went, oh no, you don't show that on the stream...
A bit late now.
It's a bit late. So, yeah. Last thing to do. Sorry if I haven't been as detailed on what I'm doing this time, by the way. Apologies.
Is 14th gen compatible with 12th gen motherboards? Z690? It is, isn't it?
Say that again, sorry?
Can a 14th gen CPU be used with a 12th gen CPU's motherboard?
Yeah.
Z690.
Yeah, absolutely can.
Yeah.
Absolutely can. So yeah, that's a video we can do, but you know, there's not really that much to say. You just go on the BIOS screen, or the BIOS page, I should say.
Yeah.
On your CPU manufacturer's website, and you'll find that the BIOS is on there. I mean, we did it with a 790 board, and it was seamless, wasn't it? We didn't actually have any issues at all.
What GPU would you have paired with that i3? What's the lowest you'd probably reckon?
Well, but if you're looking at the most budget build possible, it's slightly different rules, because if you're mismatched, it's not the end of the world, because you're actively seeking to upgrade. So I wouldn't have a problem getting a GPU that's a lot better than the i3, and the i3 holding you back, because you know you're going to upgrade it anyway. So it just comes down to deals and things, really. I mean, the AMD cards at the moment are the ones to go for when it comes to getting the best deals, because they're trying to get rid of the old stock. NVIDIA are doing that as well, but not quite to the same
There's that new Arc A580.
Yeah, I want to do a build with that. We actually
Yeah.
have one. We just did a sponsored pre-roll on the channel with that, but I'm keen to do a build and actually explore that properly. Yeah, I think that would be useful.
Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, other than...
I'm now plugging in the
Anything-
addressable RGB, I should say, and the fan hub cable, and then that's it. I think we're done. Yeah, resume. Sorry, Carl.
Yeah, I was going to say, anything less than like a, you know, the A580s, RX 6600, you have to be looking at the used cards then.
Yeah, see, the thing is though, I really like the 6600. I have no problem with that. We had it for a while where the best budget card, or the most available budget card, was the 6500 XT,
Yeah, which
was
just hard.
shocking.
Yep.
You know, it was that really was a waste of sand. It gets me angry just thinking about it.
Waste of sand.
It was crap. It really was, for the value for money was crap.
Yeah.
You know, taking advantage of people that can only spend £150 on a GPU when, you know, if you spent just another 50, you would get so much more performance. It was stupid.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just a bit preying on consumers, really. And you didn't get the capture card in it either.
No built-in encoder. I think it only had 2 display ports as well.
Yeah. So at the you know, when
ports.
when GPUs were expensive and that was the only one you could get, people would be kind of forced to get them. But now you can get these 6600s for about 170, 180 quid.
Yeah.
Which is really good, and I'm really pleased because it makes PC gaming a lot more accessible, which is nice. Do you know what, Carl? I think we're done.
Nah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, we're done. I mean, we could tidy it up a little bit, but even with that adapter, that's still looking quite smart, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty clean.
Yeah. I really like this as well. Cases are doing this a lot now, where you have this little curved bit down here.
That's like a subtle way of doing it, isn't
So
it?
I think you can probably swap this out. I'm not sure if you get anything else in the box. We didn't see anything else in the
No,
box.
there's
did we?
nothing else in there.
But you could probably remove this, actually, just to be fair. If you've got a really thick radiator here.
Yeah.
It just makes your rig look a whole lot newer and smarter, and this will probably direct some of the air as well upwards to your graphics card, which is cool.
Yeah, it's just a cleaner way than leaving it open. I think it was the old Corsair. Oh, I don't remember what case it was. But that had like the sort of PSU shroud, but it was just completely open at the front.
Oh, the original.
It was like a glass one.
Yeah. They're one of their first proper, the 580 was it? Or something?
Maybe, yeah. And it was like glass on
Something like
top,
that.
glass on the front, glass on the side.
Yeah, and it was literally not finished, and like you say, it was just open down the bottom. It's just
Yeah.
a bit annoying.
It's like you could buy an optional accessory to cover it up. I was like, what?
Yeah, that was sold later because they actually had not finished it.
Yeah.
Which is weird. What's that noise?
I think it was in my head.
I don't know. I'm paranoid about the dogs. We've got a rogue dog. I was explaining earlier,
Rogue
but then I
dog.
got distracted. Got a rogue dog. It's my sister's dog, and he's still quite young. And if you leave him unattended for too long, he starts eating stuff. So, that's how we got onto Greatest Showman, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, he did eat that.
He did eat that. Right. So that's around the back, as you can see, looking pretty smart. But we need to see whether it actually will work. So we can now swap over from our overhead, I think. Take this cable down, like that. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, looking
That
good.
goes around there.
Yeah, we've done this before.
Plug in there.
Plug it in, yeah. I've got a power meter as well, so we can see how much we're using.
Hopefully it doesn't go bang. Oh, look at that.
What? Is there something else that goes on top of this? I don't think there is there? That is it. Oh, there we go. Wow!
Yeah,
That's what £700 gets you, ladies and gentlemen. You can be a walking, talking marketing tool for ASUS. No, that actually is pretty smart. I like that. And I like that they've learned as well that a lot of... I mean, this case, I think this fan's recessed a bit more than on most cases, which is a nice touch.
Yeah.
But the logo is a little bit further forward than on some others that I've seen. So if you do have a thick fan here, you can still see that, which is nice. But I think we need to see whether this works, don't we? Which means going over to camera 3. Oh.
It was inevitable.
Yeah, I need to go over to camera. I mean, hold on. Hang on a minute, guys. I know this is going to ruin everything, but what I need to do is I need to swap over. No, if I go to, hang on. If I go to 3 and then press that, no, we're good. It's all good. Don't worry, guys. It is chaos, but we're all good. Press the power button. There we go. I suppose you can't see. There we go, look.
Hooray! Oh, look, spin the...
Cougar logo.
Imagine if it just came off.
Oh, no. Yeah, that is...
Oh, there you go.
I know,
It's wonky.
It is wonky. It definitely is wonky.
It's still wonky. That's better.
No, I think you're wrong.
No, I think
That's
so
a nice
wonky.
logo. That's a nice looking cooler. It's just, yeah, if you can install it carefully, you should be fine. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's the case. It's looking nice. Are we actually going to get a signal though? It's doing all the numbers at the moment.
Does the
55.
That's a bit disappointing that
the white light.
That's a very bright white light.
Bright light says 7F.
Be good if the screen did something useful.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's not really a screen though, is it?
Oh,
it
it's
is a
turned
screen.
itself off. I think it's just, yeah, doing a restart. It's fine.
Oh.
While it's doing that, look, here's your proper look at it. It's a smart case, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like this case. Only issue I had with this was just that it didn't align with that USB. But other than that, it's looking cracking. Like the RAM as
looks
well.
Quite smart, doesn't it?
It's looking
I've
good.
just been distracted. I'm just staring at the PC. I've not even looked at chat for like 5 minutes.
Are we going to get a signal though? If it turns off again, I'll get worried.
Nasty Yoda said that CPU is going to hit 100 degrees on
No,
all
it's
cores.
installed properly. Allow it. Don't tempt this into bad fates. Oh, BIOS is updating.
Oh.
BIOS is updating.
There's someone in the comments has said the art in the kitchen is wonky.
The what?
The art in the kitchen is wonky.
Why is she doing this? Context is we put some art up and Thea thinks it's wonky. It's not. It's fine.
If it's anything like that Cougar logo, then she might be right.
Look, leave me alone, right? Is there anything else, guys, you want to see about this PC? I'm not wrapping this up, don't worry. In terms of like physically, do you want to see around the other side again? If it is doing some updating, I don't want to like risk anything. But
I've got a fun comment here
There you
from
go.
Luke Gabrielle.
I love how much room there is around the back, though. There's a nice deep tray.
Put the cover on.
Really, yeah, really like this. Oh, we've got the cover to put on as well. All right, we'll do that in a second. Let's
Finish it.
see. Hey, there we
Ooh,
go.
yeah.
We have logo.
Do we have Windows on that one?
Yeah, so it should just load in.
Have you got a keyboard?
I'll go grab it. Go get a keyboard. Thea's been doing choir today, actually. That's where she's been. So you wanted to join live, but was too busy singing about songs.
Songs.
Singing about songs. Which I think is disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, I think she should have been singing whilst watching on the bench. I don't know some of the songs. I don't know. I was going to say that he's got the whole world in his hands. I think that's a bit basic for
Yeah.
professional choir.
Yeah. Which I
But,
just think of
you know,
like
whilst-
Sister Act.
Probably not. Yep. My brain stopped working, Carl. You're going to have to take over for a second here.
Okay,
while
then.
I'm working. I'm getting adapters. That's what I'm doing.
Getting USB adapters. Robin has asked, how long do you think the 4070 Ti will last with future AAA titles?
The 4070.
4070 Ti.
I think it will last a while. Just that 12 gig of VRAM will mean that future games that are even bigger, you might start to run into issues if you're playing at high resolutions.
Yeah.
But, you know, I would be confident enough with 12 gig of VRAM. I wouldn't call that a problem, to be fair. But I would feel more comfortable with 16.
Yeah.
So, you know, it all comes down to what you need, really. We can worry about upgradability too much. You know, let's enjoy our rig now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I think this is looking pretty smart. I mean, it's not the most original looking thing in the world, is it?
No.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I really like this case. For the money, I think it gives you everything you want. Fundamentally, you've got case fans out of the gate as well, and they seem to be pretty quiet. That is wonky, you're right. There you go. Okay, so we're going to go back now into our system. Where, have I plugged them in? Yes. So we're going to press F1 to get in the setup. I'm going to mash the delete key. And we're going to have a look at some thermals. Okay, I'm going to put me away so you can see.
Oh.
Yeah, 39 degrees.
Wow, look at that.
Who was it? Who was it that was calling me out going, oh, the CPU's going to cook?
I think it was it Nasty Yoda?
Nice.
Well, it's in the name, I guess.
Yeah, unbelievable that.
Very nasty.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this. We're going to have a look. There's our 14700K.
Andy Martinez has said, another amazing video. Love you guys. Top notch. Go get that burger.
We're not having burger. Well, we're having pork.
Pork.
Put up Asian pork, I think, tonight.
Yeah.
XMP1. I don't know whether this is going to work, though. 7600.
Go.
Let's give it
It's
a
a
go.
700-pound motherboard. It should work.
You'd like to think so.
If it doesn't, Asus, I was a new motherboard.
We are entitled to a new motherboard. Must give motherboard. We should, as we've got Windows, I think we've got time to get a game on.
We could actually load up a guys. This has gone so well.
I know. I'm happy with this. Although the memory might not work. We need to wait for this.
I'm not sure I like that sort of RGB thing that Gigabyte do with the.
I don't know.
Like with the fan spin, and it looks very sort of like.
Bit random, isn't it?
Epileptic inducing.
I know you obviously can change that. That's like their turn on animation, isn't it? We've got a white light.
Oh.
We've got a white light. I'm going to change this to. Oh, I don't know what that button does. No, that is the one I want. Yeah, there you go. So I can see all the cameras. I've got my live station is now
look
on.
at that.
So I can see if we actually get a signal, but I'll confess it's not actually looking.
It's not looking too good.
It's stuck on 91.
What does error code 91 mean? It might just be like memory training.
No, I don't think so. I think 91 is an error. I think we might have to...
It's telling you the progression. It isn't an error code.
Oh, so it's still going?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it is testing the memory and I'm an idiot?
Yeah. I was right.
Okay, we'll let it do its thing.
And then if it just stays like that for the next 5 minutes, then
Then you apologise.
then I'll apologise, and
Good.
Asus will have to send out another £700 motherboard.
To prove that it is worth its money.
Or maybe it's that the memory is a little bit overkill.
No.
I mean, I probably wouldn't buy 7600 memory because it's going to cost you more money and you're going to risk compatibility issues as well.
Let's see what it says on their website. It probably says memory up to speeds of.
No, I mean, I'm sure you will be able to get this to work if you fiddle about manual timings and things. It's just the XMP profile on this might not be.
Yeah.
You know, and we haven't updated the BIOS on this board either to the latest version. And what usually happens is that they add more kits of memory over time. So it could be down to that. But I mean, I'll confess we are stuck on 91, mate. So that's not looking so good.
It's not looking good, is it?
No, so you're going to have to apologise to me again.
Sorry, Marcus. It's Asus's fault.
Why are you blaming Asus? What's wrong with the kit of memory? Why don't you blame
It's
the memory?
Patriot's fault.
Everyone that isn't us.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is just one of those things. I think it's a platform thing, to be honest. Like, you don't need memory this fast. I wouldn't necessarily go, as I say, for that. I'd probably look at getting a kit that's up to about 6,600.
Yeah.
You know, because anything more than that, you do start to get into big money. But then I think in the US, this kit of memory wasn't too bad price-wise. In the UK, it was.
Or something like that.
Yeah, in the UK it was, but yeah. Right, let's see if it does it again. Maybe it just got sad. Don't know. Oh,
Is it working? Or is it probably
No.
it's reset again, isn't it?
yeah, it's posted in safe mode.
Oh, that's fine.
Is it?
Maybe have you turned on Asus Enhanced Memory Profile
Where's that?
Under AI Overclock Tuner.
We got XMP tweaked. Should we try that?
Don't know. It says AEMP2 there. I don't know. Well, no, we're in like the newest version of the BIOS, aren't we?
Yeah. There we go. Look, we can do save.
So
XMP tweaked. We'll try that.
we'll give it one more
It's
go.
like normal XMP, but it's tweaked. So, I mean, do you want to, yeah, do you want to, I was going to say, do you want a live rundown? Can you actually see the, you can probably turn this off now, can't we?
It's doing numbers.
Is that on or off? I don't know. It's doing numbers. It's on 79, 35, 7A, 6E, 55,
Oh.
7F, 00. Oh! That's a black screen. Ah!
Oh, XMP tweet.
That was a weird noise. There you go. The 700-pound motherboard has saved the day potentially. We're not out in the woods just yet.
This is. Why has it gone?
It's all right. It's loading. It's all good.
It's
Don't worry
started
about it.
again.
Oh,
we're loading into Windows.
oh. We might have done it. We might have done it. It was a good noise.
It
wasn't
was
it?
a
You like
good
the
noise. Did you hear it as well?
I didn't hear it, but I was aware that it existed. So getting devices ready, and we should get. Hey! It's 9:49 a.m. I thought you said this was a short stream, Carl.
Right, it's 1950.
We've gone back in time. It's the Friday, the 15th of September.
Sorry, you can't log in unless you're connected to the internet.
Oh.
Oh, it actually is. Oh, Windows 11. Come on.
Oh dear. I mean, I can probably sort this out. Do people want to see? Do people want to see this?
Do people want to see?
I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see some gameplay on this? We do. We probably do have time. We probably do have time, but you're gonna have to. You can see that.
If you put it to the.
I'll press that, right? Okay, or I can do.
You need to do that one.
Yeah, it's definitely camera 1, isn't it? So I can deal with this. So if I now go on 3, cool, and then we're good.
Yeah, but that's what they'll see.
No. I've changed it. They're on 1.
Oh, magic.
And we're on 3.
What? Mind
This is
blown.
unbelievable. I mean, not
People
that...
are saying yes, they want to see something. They want to see a game.
They've waited this whole time to see something, and you're not even going to show us.
They've watched the last 4 live streams and not seen a single game.
Oh, no, we can't.
What are you missing? A monitor?
No.
No?
The internet. This is the problem we have, if you recall.
Stupid
Do you
Windows
remember?
11. Am I going to have to...
You'll need internet for this.
We can fix this.
How?
I'll download the drivers.
No, because I can't get in, can I? That's the point.
Oh.
And it won't let me connect to Wi-Fi. Or will it? No.
No, because you don't have the driver.
No, look, I'll show you guys. Look, this is what I'm seeing. Look,
Oh, wow.
I've got flight mode.
Wow.
That's it. Wow.
Wow.
Sorry. I did want to. That is quite annoying, because Windows 10 would be in.
We just work.
Yeah. Sadly, it was not to be. So, I don't know. There we go. I'm happy with the rig, though. I think this has turned out really nicely. Would recommend this case. There are plenty of options, so don't feel obliged to go for this particular one. You've got USB-C on the top, 2 USB. We can change the RGB as well, look. Oh, Carl's missing it, look. He doesn't care.
I was just going to write in the chat why we can't play games.
Oh, what you're going to explain?
Yeah, because if we unplug...
I suppose. The internet, we have one cable. That's the thing to do when you get a switch.
Yeah.
We'll do that for next time. We'll get an Ethernet switch and we'll solve that problem. But we have one Ethernet cable and it's doing the live stream, so we cannot, like this thing here, look, we can't.
We'll kill the live stream.
Yeah. But yeah, like we've got loads of different colours and things, different effects. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Or we can just match it to the motherboard as well, and everything is all synced up. The only other thing we might be able to do, if I restart this, if only there was a reset button, we might be able to do a stress test in the BIOS.
Oh.
I think this is a thing. We can try that. But the CPU cooler does seem to be all right. We wouldn't be at...
We have a super chat.
Super chat. We wouldn't be at those idle temperatures if we were cooking.
Doberman. How can you get over CPU memory controller frequency to get rated speeds from RAM? I have 6600 megahertz, but I could only get 5833 megahertz manual. Motherboard, is it motherboard dependent?
Yeah, it's motherboard, comes down to timings, the controllers. It varies quite a lot depending on the exact motherboards and the sticks of RAM. Some just sadly aren't that compatible, and you will find, especially on Intel, 4 sticks are a lot harder to get working than 2.
Yeah.
But the fix, well, when I fixed it before, it's always been to update the BIOS. Use the latest BIOS you have because they add extra profiles and extra support. So try that, because there's been quite a few kits I've used that haven't worked. I've updated the BIOS and then they have. And also, Gigabyte have said to me as well before, if you're having problems like that, do get in touch with them, contact your motherboard manufacturer through their website, give them like the serial number or the batch number or whatever numbers you have of your RAM, send it to them and they will be able to add support for it. So obviously it won't be a quick fix. But if you do that, they usually will do it for you, which is quite nice, and add it into a future BIOS. If you don't ask, you don't get. But let's get rid of me for a second. We should be able to go here. Is it this? No, because that one it says goes into Windows. But there is like a rate your cooler thing here.
Rate my cooler.
Rate my cooler. Cooler. Oh, here you go. Cooler efficiency. Cooler reevaluation. How do we do this? Do you know? 166 points. It doesn't actually. What does that mean? I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's good that we got the
We managed to get the XMP.
enabled. Remove all limits.
Oh, 90 degrees. Let it go.
What have we got in here? We got anything interesting? We do some overclocking. People want some overclocking.
We won't be able to stress test it though because we can't get into Windows.
Well, we know if we at least get into yeah, AI features. Is it in here? Processor utilization. Recalibrate cooler. Yes. Oh. No. Oh, that's a shame. But we're at 41 degrees, so why it's not training anything. That's kind of annoying.
Is it just
Get MCSP? Oh, that's it. Yeah, you get the training.
go?
The English of this is very basic, isn't it? Like it's all very good, and then something about this just doesn't sound quite right. This will reboot the system and do some training for around a minute.
Go.
Do not stop it midway. Oh, we're doing some training. I'm clutching at straws, guys. I'm sorry. I just want to see what this will do. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Anyway, any last questions? Now is the time. If you do want to help out the channel, like genuinely, the best way to do that is to get yourself a PC-centric mouse mat. Link to this is down below. If you're in the UK, I believe the total after shipping and import is about £38, give or take. I've had a few people buy it. And actually, we've had 2 reviews on the website. If you have got one of these, leave a review. The first one said 5-star. It almost looked fake because it was just like, great mouse mat. I was like, okay. Then the other one was 4-star because they said the problem was that they ordered it straight away and it took a while for it to actually arrive. But then that was a problem that we had where there was a bad batch. So the time from pre-order to actually getting it sent out was quite a long time. But obviously that won't happen anymore because they're all in a warehouse ready to be shipped out, and you should be able to get yours pretty quickly. Right, here we go. I'm glad we got the memory working though. It was cool. Maybe I need you know what we need to do?
What?
The other alternative is to get a copy of Windows 10 on a drive, and we just use that. That is a quick fix, that one.
That is, yeah.
Right, here we go. 153 points.
Is that good?
I don't know. And on that note, thank you so much for tuning in. Any last questions, Carl? Anything in the chat?
Would you recommend a 6950 XT at £569? I would.
Yeah, I think that's good.
As long as you have a big power supply and
yeah,
don't
big power
care about...
supply, and be aware it will make quite a bit of noise. If you get a better one, obviously it's not too bad. But yeah, but if you can get a decent one, I think you'd be happy with that. But just yeah, it will use quite a lot of power. But yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone to Editor Carl.
Thank you everybody for joining us tonight.
Yep, thank you guys for watching. Tune in next month. Let us know down in the comments as well if you're watching on the archive. What build you want us to do next, because we will probably do that. Thank you so much for watching. I would say goodbye, but it's actually over to Carl to end it.
Oh yeah.
He's forgotten.
I forgot. I've got to click the end stream button.
End stream.
Yeah, I think that's it. Go. Bye.
We end